And away we go. It is the Nightcap, live from the Cincy Light Studios, right here on BearcatJournal.com. This show brought to you by our good friends at Hail Mary's. Located in Cheviot, they're on Harrison Avenue. They're in the Dora District, so you can walk from bar to bar with your drinks. But why would you do that? You can stay at Hail Mary's. They've got 27 TVs, a 9-screen video wall. There's not a bad seat in the house, and they subscribe to every sports package DirecTV offers. Cincinnati Sports, of course, always on the video wall. New walk-in cooler, new draft lines, and of course, they pour the coldest beer around, and they do so in 32.8 degree beer frosted glasses. Go get you a Cincy Light from our good friends at Hail Mary's. All right, Aaron. I am back from a day in the gym, watching some 14 and under volleyball, and you are back from a daddy-daughter dance. Look at you.
Damn,
Look at you.
I am that. It was fun.
You're spiffy. You're all dressed up. Got your hair in the ponytail.
It's in a bun.
Or a bun, little man bun.
It's fine.
All right. Well, it's a rare Saturday show because usually we have games on Saturday. This week we have a game on Sunday. So let's get to it. We'll take a look at the West Virginia Mountaineers. They are kind of struggling in a similar fashion to Cincinnati at the moment. They are 13-7 on the season. They are 4-5 in conference play. They have lost 3 in a row. They have lost 4 of their last 5. What's that?
8th place.
8th place. They started hot. You know, they won 3 of their first 4. Kansas, Oklahoma State, and Colorado. But now they've lost 4 or 5. And, of course, their only win against Iowa State. So, go figure. This is a team that is not that far different from Cincinnati when you look at a lot of the numbers, Aaron. They're 106th on offense, so not a great offense. 25th on defense. That's where they, make their hay. They play at a very slow pace, 331st in adjusted tempo. I would be shocked if this is a game where both teams are running up and down the floor. They don't shoot it that well. 226 in threes, 3-point percentage, 175 and 2-point percentage. They're okay at the line, top 100 at the line. But this is an offense that, especially if you can slow down Javon Small, you can give them problems.
Well, you said that this team's similar to Cincinnati. I'd argue that the difference is they've got a dude in Javon Small.
So, yeah, definitely. But that's been their problem. When Javon Small is great, they can compete with just about anybody. When he is not great, they struggle. And they don't have a whole lot around him.
When Cincinnati's defense is great, they can play with anybody. They don't always win, but they'll play with anybody. But their defense has not been great of late.
But I think this is a team that sets up pretty well for Cincinnati's defense. They're not
trying to get right. Yes.
Yeah. The teams that have given Cincinnati trouble, especially Baylor, Texas Tech, BYU, those are all teams that move the ball really well, share it really well. The ball pops. They spread it out to open shooters. West Virginia doesn't shoot the 3 well. They're not a great passing team. They kind of rely on Javon Small off the dribble. And I think schematically, Cincinnati defends the dribble well. It's the pass that has really got them in trouble, getting out of their lanes, being a little bit late to recover, things like that, where the pass can beat you a lot easier than the bounce. So I think for Cincinnati's defense, it sets up pretty well, Aaron. They're also not a team. They shoot it well from the free throw line, but they don't get there much outside of Small.
Yeah, I'm looking at the guys who average their starters, what they average. outside of Javon Small's 19 points per game, you have the center, Amani Hansberry, standing at 6'8", not super tall. Maybe somebody that Aziz can kind of just mess up
Use
all of
his
his
length. Yeah.
all of his stuff down low. Averages 9.6. Outside of that, you got nobody averaging over 8.7 as far as starters go. At 8.7, you got Jonathan Powell, hailing from Old Centerville. So he should probably have plenty of friends and family in town coming to a much closer game than West Virginia. But I don't know. I mean, as far as nobody else doing anything, sure. That in that sense, I think that this team does, if you can, contain Javon Small. Somebody else
Luckily,
has to step up, and who else is going to step up?
It's also a guy in Javon Small that they know pretty well. Like, if anybody knows Javon Small, Cincinnati knows Javon Small. So,
at
the
East
other
Carolina and Oklahoma State last year,
right? Like they've played him every year since Wes Miller's been here, multiple times sometimes. So
he might be the only player that they've played every year since Wes Miller's been here.
UCF. If UCF's got anybody, I don't know their roster. If they've got any holdovers, I don't know if they do. But
Juwan Roberts.
Yeah, I forget. I erase them from my memory as much as possible right now. The other area, Aaron, there is an area that I think is going to determine this game. Not surprising. It's rebounding. But if Cincinnati's going to get right rebounding the basketball, Aaron, this is it.
Yeah, they don't have anybody over 6'8". They got two guys standing at 6'8". Everybody else is 6'6" and under. Cincinnati's length should come into play here, and you should get right both offensive rebounds and defensive. If you lose rebounding battle to this team, you will not win another rebounding battle the rest of the season.
West Virginia has 285 in offensive rebound percentage, and they are 259 in defensive rebounding percentage. They are, by all the measurables, a bad rebounding team. If Cincinnati's going to get right, it is going to be Sunday afternoon inside Fifth Third Arena. Period.
Backup center Eduardo Andre stands at 6'11", being their tallest guy who's in rotation regularly. But again, you have to make sure that your length is a problem rebounding for West Virginia, because if not, then there is no hope of rebounding getting better, in my opinion.
So here's the other thing that's going to be interesting, Aaron. West Virginia's defense is predicated around teams not making the three. Well, guess what, Aaron? Cincinnati doesn't make the three. So it's not going to affect Cincinnati all that much. They got to win without the three, no matter what.
Regularly.
They are 11th. They are 11th in the country at opponents' 3-point percentage at 28.9, which is lower than, I think, since it's right about Cincinnati's 3-point percentage in Big 12 play. Wow.
Overtime, Texas Tech, Houston.
End of first overtime.
Oh, okay.
Texas Tech gets 2 free throws, goes up 2. Houston isolates Juwan Roberts to win, and he travels. So it's Texas Tech ball, up 1 with 1.5 seconds left.
You hate to see it.
I mean, JT Toppin ejected, Grant McClaskin ejected 4 minutes into the game.
That's a different show.
It's a different show, but it's on right now. So I've been paying attention to it since I got home from volleyball, and it's been a great game. I really like Texas Tech. I really like watching them play. But back to West Virginia. They shut you down from 2. Now, they also do a good job from 2. They're 46th in the country in opponents' 2-point field goal percentage, only allowing 47%. Decent blocking the ball. Here's where I think you can kind of get their defense a little bit, Aaron. They rely heavily on the steal. They're like 8.5 steals a game, which is, for a team that doesn't like 40-minute press you to death, is impressive. If Cincinnati can take care of the ball, which they've done a great job of lately.
Yeah, one of the few things they've done a great job of lately.
I think that wow. Sorry. Texas Tech inbounded it through a bad inbounds pass down like past half court. Bounced off of the Texas Tech guy. Houston got it with 1.5 seconds left and missed just right to win the game. So Texas Tech takes down Houston at Houston in the Baby Blues. So it's a big one in the league. First loss for Houston in Big 12 play. You heard it here first, but we're not live.
No one heard it here first.
No, they didn't. But yeah, you have to get on the glass, especially the offensive glass. They're gonna keep you from making a bunch of shots. You've got to be effective, Aaron. Not only getting to the glass, but what? Turning those offensive rebounds into points, which we've talked about for 2 years, has not been exactly a strength.
Not a high point, no. I don't know. I don't feel good about this.
Jumping out at you? I do.
I don't feel good about this game.
I do.
That's good.
If you keep small under 22 points, I just don't think West Virginia has much of a chance.
I have not seen anything in the last 3 games from Cincinnati's defense that they can keep anybody from doing anything.
Yeah, but again, I mean, the Mason Madsen thing, they limited him. They just gave him 6 free throws at the end of the game, or else his total looks completely different. I mean, whatever. It happened, and it's annoying as shit because it was dumb fouls that they shouldn't have done. But it wasn't like he had a great game. Richie Saunders had a great game.
Yeah.
Texas Tech's backup guards had a great game. Scored 34 points.
Fantastic game.
But again, I just think this is a defense that's better off the dribble.
I understand
some.
I understand you.
I don't think he's going to take over.
I understand you feeling good. I'm more of a show me what have you done for me lately type guy.
Yeah, but I'm more of I'm talking about the game that we're previewing, not your personal feelings about your frustration with how they played of late, which are understandable because they played like shit.
Well, I'm saying there's also numbers to back it up, is my point. Like, I don't know, you have not done well defensively as a team. And when
Utah was a bad offense.
Even when you shut down a dude, there's still generally been somebody else who's stepped up. So
you're missing the point of, yes, against great offenses, that has been a problem. West Virginia is not a great offense.
I understand.
So I know where you're coming from. And I felt that way going into the BYU game because that was a great offense. And I knew from what we have seen, those are a major issue. This is not that. You're going to have a chance to win the game. Can they do the things? This is where I would be more concerned from your perspective. Can they do the things in the final 5 minutes to win the game? It's not been great.
Can you do the things for 40 minutes that you're supposed to do, period?
Yeah, but
that's
there have
also not been great.
4 Big 12 games where they have been in a situation in the final 5 minutes to win the game, and they haven't won any of them.
It's been a rough stretch.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel good about this one at home. Now, if they come out and offensively they're a giant hot mess again, then yeah, they're probably not going to win. But I think they're going to be okay.
I hope you're right. I don't like to feel like I'm I need to be right about these things. I don't want to be right. I want them to beat West Virginia. I want them to beat West Virginia twice. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm just saying schematically, there are things that point to Cincinnati faring much better against West Virginia than they have against like BYU, Texas Tech, Baylor type teams.
Well, West Virginia is 4-5 in quad one games. Is this a quad one?
For West Virginia, it will be.
Okay.
For Cincinnati, it's not.
I'm just surprised Cincinnati's still a quad one game.
If you beat, it's like top 70 if you're playing at their place. So if you go on the road and be the top 70 team, it's a quad one game. At home, they have to be top 30.
You don't start winning. Cincinnati doesn't start winning some of these games. It may not be a quad one game.
I mean,
for long.
If their offense keeps dropping like a rock, it's hard to argue. All right, there you go. We'll see you at Fifth Third Arena tomorrow. Bearcats, Mountaineers, 2 o'clock. That's the nightcap. Brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, live from the Cincy Light Studios, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!